Very good morning, dear students. I am Ms. Sujata Funde from Pratibha International School. I welcome you all in today's session of computer class. Students, as we all know that in last session we have finished with the first lab practical of computer. I hope you all have done with the practical. You all have typed a paragraph in Word. So students, so if you have finished with your first activity of lab, then what you are supposed to do, you are going to upload your Word file on your Google folder, so that I can check what you have done. Okay, so now students, today we are going to do second lab practical, that is in this also we are going to do in MS Word only. So first of all, let's read what you are supposed to do. So you are going to follow this instruction. You are going to first of all open Microsoft Word. I am going to show you the demo, how you have to type and how you have to use the different keys which you are going to use in this practice lab practice session. Okay, so let's read. First of all, you have to open MS Word. Yes, we all can see here MS Word. Then you have to type any two differences between RAM and ROM. Set the font size of the headings to 16 points. Now students, what I am going to show you, I am going to show you the difference. Yes, so I'll show you the difference. Yes, so this RAM and ROM. Yes, so students, can you see what you are going to do? Please pause the video now and you are going to write down these 2 points. You are going to write down these 2 points and you are going to type these 2 points only in MS Word. So you have to differentiate between RAM and ROM. So you are going to type these 2 points. First one, that it stores information temporarily, RAM, and ROM permanently. RAM, the information whatever is there in RAM, we lost the information when we switch off the computer or when the power goes off. But in ROM it's not like that. It can only be read and it retain the information when the power is switched off. Means even if the power is switched off, we can read the information afterwards. Okay, so this is the difference between RAM and ROM. Now what you are supposed to do here? So students, yes, here we can see. So first of all, you have to type these two difference. Then what you are going to do, set the font size of the headings to the 16 points. So I'll show you. Yes, this heading, can you see this heading? You are going to give 16 to this one. 16 font you are going to set. Then press the tab key thrice and then type the heading ROM, sorry. So here what you are going to do, RAM you are going to type first, then you are going to press tab key and then you are going to write ROM. So I am going to show you the demo for tab key, how you are going to do. Then press the enter key twice and set the font size 14 and type the points in italics that you have understood in the class. Yes, so students, RAM and ROM you are going to write in 16 sides and this information you are going to write in 14 sides, and plus you are going to use italic font style. So I'll show you that font style in the video, and then save the file using control key combination, control plus S. So you have to save your file by using control plus S. When you will click control plus S, at that time you will get file name box, dialog box. Then you have to write your name for the file and then you are going to click on save button. Then on title bar you are going to click on close button, that is denoted by this one. Okay, so you are going to do like this. Now I am going to show you the video. So students, now we are going to see how you are going to set tab key in MS Word Office. Okay, how you are going to save, how you are going to first of all set the tab key in MS Word 2007. Okay, so let's see. So now when you will click on Microsoft Word, using the programs, you can get this type of window, right? So the cursor which is blinking in the blank area, that is our first starting of the paragraph or starting of any other data. So students, can you see the ruler here? Yes, so we have to set the tab key using that ruler. Okay, so yes, now here I can show you. Yes, this one is the left tab, as we all can see there, that is left tab. So first of all we are going to see how to set the tab key. Okay, so we have to first of all click on that left tab, and now after that, yes, here first we can see that first tab we have set there, this one, yes, this one is our first tab, left tab. Okay, so you can set anywhere, that is our first tab. And now when we will click tab key, okay, when we will click tab key, at that time it will come there. Okay, so students, once you have selected your first tab, then second tab you can select on any inch. Okay, so when you type your first letter, or when you type anything, and after that you have to enter the tab key. Okay, when you will enter the tab key, at that time your cursor will be on the next tab. So you are going to select the tab by yourself. You are going to set the tab on using these rulers. Okay, so yes, now we are going to see the demo. Yes, so second, here we can see that second tab we have set there, third one here, fourth one here, fourth tab, and yes, the last one will be here. Okay, so this tab we have set using ruler, but now there is one more step to set the ruler. Yes, so here I have typed class. Okay, second tab, date I have typed. So when you click on tab key, at that time you can get the cursor below that tab which you have set on the ruler. Okay, so yes, here we can see that last tab, the alphabets, we can see that alphabets are coming back. That means when we are typing the alphabets, they are coming back. That means we have set the tab till that only, till n location. Okay, so below class we can type whatever we want to type. So here students, what you are supposed to type, you are supposed to type the headings, rom and ram. Okay, rom and ram you are going to type. Yes, so here the tabs which we can see. So this is how we are going to set the tab key. It is very easy. You have to just set the tab using the rulers, and if it has been already set in your computer, then you are not supposed to do anything. Just type your letters, okay, and enter the tab key. Now students, we are going to see how to type the enter key, or where we have to type the enter key, or where it is necessary to type the enter key. We have seen about tab key in lab practical 2. You are going to type two keys, that is tab key and enter key. We have seen about the tab key. Now we are going to see about enter key. Okay, so yes, when you, now I'm typing here something, when you type in Word 2010, you don't press the enter key, right, just before you have reached the right side of the page, right? So when we type in Word 2010, we don't press the enter key. So what happens, whenever we reach to the right side of the page, it automatically comes on the new line. Enter means quite literally, and new paragraph, it does not mean new line. So when you press the enter key, as I just did before this sentence, so after this new line I have entered, I have pressed the enter key, you will see a blank line. It will look like you pressed the enter key twice. In earlier versions of the program, this is the case in both Word 2007 and Word 2010. The default is for a blank line after each paragraph. The default is for blank line after each paragraph. There are times that you will want a new line and not a new paragraph, right? So at that time what we have to do, this is when you use the keystroke combination, okay, of shift plus enter. So here students, you can use the keystroke combination of shift plus enter also. For example, if you are typing an address, I'll show you the example, Mr. John Smith. So we have to click on shift plus enter, then we can get the new line. So how I am typing here, like that only. So it is very easy to type, easy to use the enter key. Do you see how the shift plus enter combination didn't give me the blank line? Okay. So if you want to avoid the blank line, you have to use the combination shift plus enter on the keyboard. That's because it means new line, not new paragraph. Remember, enter means new paragraph. Okay, so when you click on enter key, that means you are starting with new paragraph. So students, it is very easy to use enter and the combination also shift plus enter, as here how I have done. So you are going to use this in your practical also. Now we are going to again see what you are supposed to do. Okay. So yes students, here we can see that first of all you are going to open Microsoft Word, then you are going to type these two differences, right? RAM and ROM. You have to set the font size of headings to 16 points, and then you have to type the RAM. You have to press the tab key thrice. So you are going to press the tab key. First of all you are going to set the tab key, then you are going to type it thrice, then you are going to type ROM. Okay, then you have to press the enter key twice. After typing this, I'll show you, after typing this ROM key, you are going to use the enter key, so that you can get your proper space between the heading and the data. Okay, then type the points in italics that you have understood in the class. So you are going to type this. Now I'm going to show you the italic option and how you are going to what you are going to type for saving the file and closing the file. Students, so here we can see that you have to first of all use the size. Okay, first of all here we can see that size is 11 already, so you are going to use the size as per given in the practical. And now italics means, students, here I would like to show you this. See this, italic means the font style which is denoted by I. So the font style which is denoted like this, so that is the italic, and you are going to use italic for the data whatever you are going to type. And you are going to type on office button or file option, so that you can save your file, and finally on close button which is present on the title bar. So this is how you are going to complete today's practical. It is very easy. You have to type the differences in Microsoft Word. Okay, so this was all about today's practical. Now we are going to just revise our lesson number 2. Okay, whatever we have done in just few points, we are going to just revise our lesson number 2. So students, lesson number 2 was memory and storage. The lab practical which I have given you is related to the lesson number 2 only. So we are going to revise memory and storage. So as we all know that human thinks with brain, like that only computer doesn't, as we have brain, but we know that computer does not have brain, but it has CPU which works like brain. Okay, we have memory. right? We think that means we sometimes we make the memories, but computer also have memory. Bits and byte, we have seen about bits and byte. Yes, this chart also we have seen. What is mean by byte, kilobyte, megabyte, gigabyte. Yes, terabyte, petabyte, exabyte, zettabyte, yottabyte we have seen. Yes, very important. We have seen about two types of memories which are present in the computers, that is internal memory and external memory. Then we have seen that there are two types of memories which you are going to type in your lab practical, RAM and ROM. Okay, so yes, this practical you are going to do. Yes, so random access memory, we have seen that RAM means random access memory. uh, this is the RAM memory. We know that RAM memory is a temporary memory and ROM is read only memory. RAM is temporary memory, that means suppose we have switched off the computer, or suppose by mistakenly the power goes off. At that time we cannot get the data again, so it is temporary. ROM, it is read only memory, that means we just read, we can only read the memory, we cannot make changes in that. Okay. Yes, then we have seen about external memory. After that we have seen, yes, we have seen internal memory, that is RAM and ROM, and external memory, different portable storage devices we have seen, right? Portable storage, yes. First of all we have seen that hard disk, this is hard disk, and we can see that it contains multiple disks. Hard disk also again contains multiple disks. Yes, the memory of hard disk is 2 TB to 5 TB. It can hold a large amount of data. CD, it is compact disk. The memory of CD is 700 MB. We have seen. Okay. So yes, DVD, we have seen the memory of DVD 4.1 GB to 17 GB, right? That means DVD can hold this much amount of data. Blu-ray disc, nowadays Blu-ray disc is commonly used, okay, instead of DVDs also. So it has replaced DVD. The memory of DVD is 25 GB on single side and 50 GB on its dual side. Yes, after that we have seen that flash drive. Now students, we have seen that flash drive means pen drive, which is commonly used now, as it is very easy to handle from one place to another. We have seen that it is rewritable also. Okay. Then we have seen that it is easy to carry also. It is small. The memory of pen drive is 2 TB. We have seen about memory of pen drive is 2 TB. Yes. After that we have seen that multimedia card. Okay, we have seen that multimedia card means memory card, which we can see in the mostly in cell phones, right, in mobile phones, but in camera also we can see multimedia card, right? So yes, after that we have learned some fact files, like hard disk was invented by IBM team led by Ray Johnson. So we have seen who is the inventor of the hard disk. Yes, then we have seen that the fifth generation of computers will have knowledge of their own and will be known as KIPS, Knowledge Information Processing System. So students, this name we can see on our textbook also, right? When we start a computer, the operating system is loaded into RAM. Any software that we run is also loaded into RAM. It means that a computer with more RAM will work faster than a computer with lesser RAM. So students, these were the points which we have learned in second lesson, points at a glance. So these are this like a summary. Okay, so let's summarize the topic. Very important points these are, please listen carefully. Memory stores data and instructions for future use. CD, DVD, Blu-ray disc and flash drives are the most popular secondary storage devices. The computer memory is of two types, primary and secondary memory. Hard disk is fixed inside the CPU and contains all the data. Blu-ray disc is a new optical disc format which can store 50 GB of data on its dual layer. Flash disk is a plug and play device used for copying and moving data from one computer to another. Flash disk means yes, pen drive. Okay. Sorry, flash disk, not flash drive. Flash drive. So here, flash drive is a plug and play device, that means pen drive, which is used for copying and moving data from one computer to another. Okay, so students, we have solved one activity also. Yes, if you all can remember, we have solved some worksheets also. Let's just revise them. RAM is a computer's memory. RAM is a computer's memory. RAM is there when the computer is on. Yes, when you turn your computer off, the memory is lost. It is about RAM. Dash is temporary, RAM is temporary. Dash is permanent, ROM is permanent, right? A dash is the smallest amount of memory or storage. Bits, 0 and 1. Bits means 0 and 1. 8 bits equal to 1 byte. 1000 bytes equal to 1 kilobyte. We have seen 1000 kilobytes equal to 1 megabyte and 1000 megabytes equal to 1 gigabyte. Yes. Yes, students, if you all can remember, we have solved this match the pair activity also, where we have matched flash memory card with often used in portable devices such as cameras and mobile phones. USB flash drive often used to transfer the data between computers. USB flash drive means our pen drive. Okay. Hard disk means holds vast amount of data, traditionally the main form of storage on the most computers. So here students, we have just now seen that hard disk holds a lot of data. Blu-ray disc often used to store audio or visual data. So students, this was all about today's session. We have revised the second chapter also, and the most important thing is second lab practical. So I have explained how you are supposed to do. If you have any doubt, you can mail your doubt on my mail ID. Please do your practical and upload it on your Google folder till Friday, that means day after tomorrow. I'm going to check your drives, the lab practical first also and second also, and even the computer notes also. You all have finished with computer notes, but you are not uploading it. So it is necessary to upload, as now we are keeping the records of your notes. So please upload your notes on the drive. We are going to meet in next session with new lab practical. Till then, take care and thank you, students.